Hi there, these comments are for SZ. This is Michael. Thank you for doing my free TOEFL writing evaluation service I offer over at my website at Better TOEFL Scores. And I also have a Better TOEFL Scores blog. You can kind of see that in this video right now. And let's get started. So let's figure out your estimated score here. So my first guess estimation here is I think you're right around 4.0 out of 5, 20, maybe 25 points out of 30. I think it's a pretty accurate score right now. So you had some minor problems with your sentence structure. I'll give you one example of that. But overall, your writing is well organized, well developed. You do a pretty good job explaining and supporting your details, or your generalizations, I should say. Okay, let's take a look at the email you sent me first. Okay, you said, please read, evaluate, and score my independent writing practice. Please let me know which areas I need to improve on in order to score higher on the TOEFL writing section. Thanks. And the question is, do you think it's a positive or negative development? These days, more fathers stay at home and take care of their kids while mothers go out to work. Use specific reasons and examples to support your answer. Okay, so now let's take a look at your essay. Now the first thing is I want to take a look at it from what does Microsoft Word think about your sentence level and your vocabulary. So the good news is your grade level according to Microsoft Word is 11.6. So you're pretty close to what I consider college level academic writing. Your words per sentence, very strong. Your average sentence is 40.4 words. That's pretty long. That's a long sentence. Your characters per word is 4.2, so your vocabulary is a little bit lower, right? So you can probably improve your vocabulary a bit. Sentence style is fine. Okay, so let me show you a couple of things here. So let's look at your writing. Okay, you have your introduction. I like that. You have your thesis here. And I'm going to show you a couple of things here. So in the introduction, I would probably change this to say, throughout the history, men have been working in order to provide for the families and women. I'm going to get rid of the however here and say women are the ones who raise our children at home. At home. I don't think you need to say plural. Now, because you have that question, but is changing these roles a good idea, I'm going to change this to however. Is changing these roles a good idea? Right? Now, why did I do that? It's a little bit awkward when you have one sentence, right? And part of the sentence is phrased as a question, and part of the sentence is phrased as a statement. You're kind of mixing different word orders, and usually it's not good to do that. That's considered a mixed sentence construction. So if you just simply put the period after home, say however, is changing these roles a good idea, that would work there. So that would be one of my suggestions. And then one more near the end of the essay, I like here, I do believe, and I don't even think you need any of this. I'm just going to say the changing of roles between mothers and fathers has a positive impact. I'm going to put has had. I'm going to use the present perfect because maybe it started in the past. It continues up to the moment of speaking. Has had a positive impact because now mothers can support their families if fathers... I'm going to change this to fail if fathers fail to do that. And also, it is good for fathers to have a break and spend more time with their children. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm probably going to go down a little bit lower because if I go through the entire essay, I have to make a few changes. So I think I'm going to go into the 3 area. on this. So let's go back to the rubrics. I'm going to go to 3.75 out of 5, 24 points out of 30 on this, because you do have some inconsistent facility in sentence formation and word choice that may result in the lack of clarity. No, I don't think that's a problem. You have some inconsistent facility in sentence formation, right? And you may display accurate but limited range of syntactic structures and vocabulary. Be careful about using a lot of it type sentence constructions. It is, it has been. Don't overuse that sentence construction. So your score here is 3.75 out of 5, 24 points out of 30. So my other suggestion is you do have about 400 words, which is good. So you know what? I'm not going to say much about that. I think that each of your paragraphs, you write around between 130, and let me look at the second one. 100. Okay. Maybe one suggestion might be here is each of your body paragraphs, if you only plan on using 2, I think it's a good idea to keep these body paragraphs. Get them closer to 150 to 200 words instead of 130 as you have them here. So develop the ideas just a little bit more. I think that would be good. But overall, you have good writing skills. You know how to connect ideas together. So clearly, you've had a lot of practice with writing. So your final estimated score based on my analysis of your essay is 24 points out of 30, 3.75 out of 5 on this practice test.